Canon Controls is your gateway to mastering LabVIEW. Dive into programming for data acquisition, industrial communications, and manufacturing automation. Explore how to enhance your projects with cybersecurity best practices. Join the journey to elevate your skills and secure your systems with every episode.
Hey everyone, so wanted to kind of kick off today a little bit of a series, so just talking about NIST 800-171. So for those of you who may not know what NIST 800-171 is, this is a list of security controls that is released by NIST that defines how to properly navigate best cybersecurity practices for your organization. My exposure is mostly as a result of CMMC, which, if those of you who don't know what that might be, that is basically the security requirements by the Department of Defense for its suppliers and contractors and whatnot, and for themselves as well. And so NIST 800-171 is the official control document for CMMC. Inside of it, there are 110 different security controls that need to be implemented. A company has to have a valid response for each of the 110 controls, and be able to also meet with an assessor to basically be audited on compliance to those controls as well in order to be certified. And all of those controls are divided up into a bunch of different control families. So here, this picture kind of just breaks those apart into the different control families. And so you can see NIST 800-171 is very broad in that it covers everything from how you're training your employees and making them aware of cybersecurity practices and do's and do nots, from auditing your or kind of screening your new employees to make sure that they're able to access kind of privileged information, doing assessments, controlling access, protecting against physical, so protecting physical systems as well as protecting against various media. So it's very all-encompassing. And yeah, for this series, I'm just going to make a separate video for each individual control family and kind of talk about the controls in that video. But also I want to bring kind of relate this to LabVIEW, so we can see how in LabVIEW can we become compliant to these different controls. And notably, your average LabVIEW user is usually engineers, scientists, people like that. So these aren't people who have had a traditional training regarding security, like maybe a software engineer who went to school for computer science, right? Where they get a big focus on security through their schooling and whatnot. Your average LabVIEW developer usually kind of learned more from maybe numerical methods, maybe doing some like sensors and actuators type labs, stuff like that, and then learning in the field as well in industry. And so there's a lot of that like foundational just kind of understanding of cybersecurity best practices is oftentimes not there as much. And also notably, LabVIEW, just due to its nature being a graphical programming language, can't leverage a lot of the same tools that other programming languages can for security, in terms of static code analysis, in terms of static security testing, in terms of dynamic code analysis, the ability to do automated testing and whatnot through CI/CD is all just different in LabVIEW. So gonna walk through each of these control families, see what the controls are requiring of us, and also see how we can be compliant to that in LabVIEW. And then I'm also going to create some separate content, just walking through tools to help in compliance. So we can do a deep dive into some either native LabVIEW features that help get compliant, or also some open source LabVIEW tools that we can leverage as well that'll help us get there as well. So if you are interested in NIST 800-171 for your organization and CMMC, or if you're just interested in cybersecurity, just stay tuned. I'll be releasing videos shortly, just going one control family at a time. Thank you.